Hey YouTube, welcome back to Axis and Allies, the Garrison. This is Detroit once again coming to you from the bunker here in Rochelle Park, New Jersey with another episode of the YouTube Wars. It is season number 5 and Russia finally gets involved in the war. Russia, for some reason, was unexpectedly attacked by Italy, by Hambone. There are a lot of mischief there going on. The Axis powers just want to do a 1-2 punch on poor little Russia. What did Russia ever do to these guys? Anyway, so Russia's now in the war. Russia's now fighting for its life. And it's going to be very interesting, very exciting to see what happens. But Russia will get to counter. Russia will be hitting back at the Germans. Yes, first it was Hambone, who's in command of the Italians. Then it was VK Cowboy, who followed through with a 1-2 punch. But now Russia will counter, and Russia will be declaring a total of 5 battles. Russia will be attacking Karelia, Western Ukraine. Russia will be annexing northwestern Persia and will also be attacking the 2 German U-boats in season number 109. Let's see what happens. Guys, enjoy this episode and let's see what happens. Let the festivities begin. Hey guys, so let's perform a short recap here of the current ground conditions on the game, of what transpired during round 2. Okay, the Japanese in the Pacific were able to destroy a large British army. Okay, and by doing so, they in effect brought the United States into the war. Okay, so the U.S. now is officially at war, which is a disadvantage for the Axis powers, but also it provides the Japanese with the opportunity of securing potentially Calcutta, because Calcutta is poorly defended. So we're facing a situation now where sometime in round 3, the Japanese will have the opportunity of taking Calcutta. But let's see if that actually happens. Okay, since the U.S. was at war, okay, the U.S. then reacted or responded by moving its fleet into Sea Zone 6 Alpha. Okay, so now the Japanese have a situation here where the majority of their naval assets are either in Southeast Asia or in the Indian Ocean, which means then that the Japanese, in essence, have no way currently to respond to the American threat in Sea Zone 6 Alpha. All right, so very interesting here what's happening. In the Philippines, the U.S. and its allies, the Anzacs, are beefing up the Philippines, where they now currently have a total of 4 aircraft defending, along with 4 U.S. infantry divisions as well. Okay, so now let's go ahead and see what transpired in Europe, where the Italians can't open for the Axis. In essence, the Italians were able to take Bessarabia, which meant then that the Wehrmacht was able to then take Western Ukraine and Ukraine itself. Also, the Germans opened up their activities, or the Blitzkrieg, by taking the Baltic states and Eastern Poland, while at the same time moving in 7 infantry divisions into Karelia. All right, so basically that's what's going on here. And of course, let's not forget that the Germans do have a powerful fleet in Sea Zone 91, and the Italians have another fleet, okay, in Sea Zone 92. And of course, now everybody is officially at war. So let's commence. Okay, the Russians have a total of 39 IPCs, of which they'll be spending they'll be buying a total of 6 artillery, 4 infantry. Luckily, Cowboy did me the favor, or did the Russians the favor, of rolling for weapons technology a cost of 1 IPC. So my weapons tech for round 3 was only 1 IPC. Okay, I will also be purchasing 1 movement, which is a cost value of 2 IPCs that Russia will be paying for the movement of one of its industrial complexes, which is the one located in Leningrad. I'll be moving that industrial complex during my non-combat phase of the game, or of this round. Anyway, total of 5 battles. First battle is the battle for season 109. Okay, in this instance, I'll have 1 Russian submarine coming from season 123. I already spoke with Cowboy, and he instructed his German U-boats to submerge. So there will be no battle in this instance, which I'm a little bit surprised. Usually Cowboy is a very aggressive player, and I'm surprised, I'll be honest, that he instead chose to submerge his 2 submarines. All right, so having said that, let's go ahead with the second battle, which is not really a battle. It's more of a non-combat movement, but I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I'll be moving 1 artillery, 2 infantry into northwestern Persia. Okay. The second battle will be the battle for the Ukraine, where I'll be going in there with 2 infantry. Okay. Coming from Bryansk. Here we go. That's 2 infantry. That attack will be supported by 1 tactical bomber coming at a movement of 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that tactical bomber is coming from Leningrad, and it'll have 2 movements left in its fuel gauge. So it'll be 2 infantry, 1 tactical bomber, and of course the tactical bomber, okay, does have will be target selecting that mechanized infantry. All right, second attack. Second attack will be performed, okay, by 2 infantry coming from Bryansk. Will be attacking the mechanized infantry division in western Ukraine at a movement of 1 coming from Bryansk. That attack will be supported by 1 fighter coming from Leningrad at a movement of 1, 2, and 3. That fighter will also have 2 movements left in its fuel gauge. All right, and of course it'll be 2 infantry and a fighter attacking. Okay, the battle that really piques my interest, and I think is the one that I'm looking forward to, is the one for Karelia, where you have a total of 7 Russian infantry, 7 German infantry divisions. The Russians will be attacking with 2 infantry and 3 artillery coming from Leningrad. This attack will be supported by 1 armor and 1 mechanized infantry division that'll be coming from Belarus at a movement of 1 and 2. Okay, so that's a total of 1 armor, 1 mechanized infantry, 3 artillery, 2 infantry, and a tactical bomber and a fighter will be joining that, will be supporting that attack against the German army in Karelia. And of course, these fighters will have 4 movements left in their fuel gauges that will be performed during their non-combat movements. Okay, let me just take a quick look here, just make sure that I have everything pretty much the way I want it. I think it's all 5 battles. This battle, of course, will not take place, technically, because the U-boats have been submerged. All right, so let me see. Am I sending enough here? Okay, I believe I have enough here. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go ahead first with the battle for Western Ukraine. Okay, in Western Ukraine, we have 2 at 1 and 1 at 3. Right? That's 2 at 1, 1 at 3. The German mechanized infantry defense at 2. All right? So I'm going to roll everybody at the same time. And that's the battle for Western Ukraine. Everybody will roll at the same time. Here we go. As Cowboy likes to say, here we go, here we go, here we go. It's a bad example, right? I shouldn't do that again. Anyway, here we go. All right, my fighter hit home. So the mechanized infantry is out, and it was not able to return fire. Second battle, the battle for Ukraine. Similar situation. We have the same 1 at 2, 2 at 1, and the tactical bomber will be target selecting the mechanized infantry. So let's do that. Here we go. There we go. And I struck gold. The mechanized infantry does not get to return fire. Sorry, Cowboy. So much for that. Okay. Now the battle that I've been looking forward to, that I've been salivating. Okay. Salivating. Battle for Karelia. All right, in this battle, the Germans will be attacking with 6 at 2, 2 at 3, and 1 at 4. The Germans will be defending with 7 at 2. Did I say the Germans were attacking with this? If I did, I'm sorry. I meant to say the Russians. But then again, I could be wrong. I maybe did save the Russians all along. So let's go. The Russians will roll first. Here we go. Let's have fun. Fantastic. I have a total of 6 hits. Beautiful. Love it. Love it. 6 hits. Beautiful. So that's a total of 6. Okay, the Germans will now be returning fire at 7 at 2. Right? Let's do that. Here we go. All right, 3 hits. 3 hits. Here we go. All right, so I'll be removing 1 die is left for the Russians. I'll be removing. What will I be removing? I'll be removing 3 infantry, of course. 3 red die. Right, so I'll be removing 2 infantry and 1 mechanized infantry. Yeah, 1 mechanized. There we go. All right, so we will get to roll again. This time it's 3 at 2. I already removed them. So it's 3 at 2, 2 at 3, and 1 at 4. Right? There we go. That's it. Everybody's out. I have more than enough there, but the Germans still get to roll 1 die at 2. And the sucker hit. All right. I'll take it. Okay, so I will remove 1 artillery. And that's that. Okay, so all these Germans are done. Right? There we go. So victorious Russians take back Karelia from the evil Germans, the evil Wehrmacht. All right, so let's go ahead then with my non-combat movements. I believe I performed all my attacks, and they'll be as follows. Let me see. Okay, let's move these. So I'm moving 2 infantry from Russia, Moscow, into Bryansk. There we go. Okay, two artillery from Moscow into Smolensk. Okay, I have a total of 8 infantry divisions coming from Bryansk are moving into Smolensk. That's 5, 6, 7, 8 infantry. I'm sorry. 8 infantry. Along with 3 artillery from Bryansk will also be moving into Smolensk. There you go. Okay, I'll be moving then 2 artillery from Belarus into Smolensk. Alrighty. 4 infantry from Belarus will be moving into Archangel. It's 3, 4, right? My industrial complex in Leningrad will be moving into Archangel. All right. Let's move these here. The artillery, I'm sorry, the AAA in Belarus will move into Smolensk. This guy will stay here. This one will stay here. All right, let me see. I have a mechanized infantry and armor will be moving into Bryansk. And they're coming in from the Caucasus. All right. All right. My tactical bomber that attacked the Ukraine will be moving into Smolensk, as well as the fighter that attacked the Western Ukraine will be moving into Smolensk as well. There you go. Let me remove these arrows. I have 1 AAA in Leningrad. This AAA will be railed. Let me see something. 2, 3, it makes it. So I'll be moving one AAA into Archangel. There we go. Actually, no. It's going to go into Smolensk as well. The two fighters, the tactical fighter and the tactical bomber that attacked Karelia will have 4 movements left, and they'll be landing in 1, 2, and 3 into Smolensk as well. All right. That's what we have here. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead now and place my new units. I'm going to be placing 2 artillery in Archangel. Right? I'll be placing another 2 artillery. Where should I place these fellows? These fellows. Okay. In Moscow. Yeah, Moscow. And the other 2 will be going in Moscow as well. Right. So far that's 4. Then I'll be placing 3 infantry, no, actually 2 infantry in Stalingrad, Volgograd. I still have 2 more infantry to place, which I'm going to be placing in Moscow. That's 1 and 2. All right. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and place my weapons tech, which is the 3rd one of the game. And of course, I'm forgetting to do other movements, and these are the movements in the Far East. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to move a total of 17 infantry into Archangel, along with, sorry, am I blocking the view there? 17 infantry coming from Buryatia into the Amur, along with 1 artillery and 2 AAAs into the Amur. Alrighty. Oh, AAA in Kiangsu will be heading south into Singi. Into, what is it, Singhan. I don't know if I pronounced that. I think I butchered the pronunciation there. All right, so let's do the income tracker. Russia will be going up 1, 3, and 5. Okay, I'm not quite sure because I have the out-of-box map, the global map. I think that Ukraine may be 3. So I'm going to assume that this is 3, plus 2 is 5, plus 1 is 6, right? 6. So Russia will be going up 6. Of course, I never made the correction here before, so I don't even know what. Let me go back to the map. Let me see. Germany normally starts with 37. I'm minus 1, 2. So I believe, and of course, 1, 2, and 3. So Germany should really be at 34 right now. 34, but I did gain, oh, there's no value here. It's okay. No value. So Germany, I believe, should be at 34 IPCs. And of course, if I'm mistaken, guys, please feel free to do so, to allow to let me know. Of course, you guys always do anyway. All right, so let's see where we're at currently. It's 34 IPCs. Let me see what NOs the Russians have. The Russians will have. Actually, before I do my NOs, let's figure out what the Lend-Lease will be for the Russians. Okay, here we go. Got a 6. 6. Soviet player chooses from above. Huh. Love it. Absolutely love it. Lucked out big time. So, what are my choices here? I have artillery, mechanized infantry, tank, destroyer placed in season 127, fighter placed in Archangel to collect 7 NPCs. I think I'll choose the fighter. That's what I'm going to do. So let me get a fighter from my play bin. And I'm going to go ahead and place it in Archangel. Beautiful. Love it. Okay, so then let's go ahead then with the national objectives. Okay, for each national objective, for each territory that the Soviet Union controls that was originally German, Italian, or pro-Axis. And of course, I do have Northwest Persia, and that'll be 2 points. I know that the NO card says that it's 3, the national objective card, but Syred did make an amendment in his new rules, and it's actually 2 IPCs. So that's 2 additional. And the other one is Soviet Union controls Siberia, Urals, and the Ukraine. So that's 5. So if I have 34 in the income tracker plus 5, that's 39 IPCs. So the Soviet Union will be carrying over a total of 39 IPCs for round number 4. Okay, guys. I believe that does it for Russia's turn. It is now Imperial Japan's turn, and Japan is, of course, under the command of my good friend Matherfield, and he's been playing a very interesting unorthodox game where he brought in the U.S. prematurely or early, and that's almost never seen in BBR. And it's actually, as far as I'm concerned, very experimental, but it's working for him. Okay, and good luck to my friend. All right, and of course, I was forgetting already to do the final dispositions of forces here, recap portion of the video, and I apologize. For some reason, we all tend to forget the recap. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Northwest Persia, you have 2 Russian infantry divisions, 1 artillery. Ukraine, you have 2 infantry. Western Ukraine, 2 infantry. Leningrad, 2 infantry. Bryansk, there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 infantry. That's 6. 2 artillery, 1 mechanized infantry, and 1 armor. That's in Bryansk. Smolensk, we have it's a 5, 6, 7, 8 infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is it? 6, 7, 8 infantry, 7 artillery, 2 AAAs, 2 fighters, and 2 tactical bombers. That's in Smolensk. In Moscow, we have 2 infantry, 4 artillery. Archangel, 4 infantry, 2 artillery, and 1 fighter. Leningrad, 1 infantry. Belarus, 1 infantry. Karelia, 2 artillery, 1 armor. C-Zone 113, 1 Russian submarine. C-Zone 109, 1 Russian submarine with 2 submerged German U-boats. Tunguska, 1 Russian infantry division. Singhai, 1 AAA. And in the Amur, you have 17 infantry divisions, 1 artillery, and 2 AAAs. And now I believe that does it for the recap. All right, guys, enjoy the episode. All right, guys, another thing. I know I already did my disposition of forces, but if you guys don't mind, I do have 2 artillery that I forgot to actually move into Smolensk. So I'll be doing that. Hope you don't mind, but if you guys do have an issue, let me know. Okay, and I'll put them back there. So I have in Smolensk then a total of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 artillery. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 artillery. Alrighty. Don't forget to bunker down and play. Till next time.